Hey, everybody, Zack at NewtoMedia again. It's great to be with you. Today, I have Sasha Reeder with me. Sasha is an owner of a Lightspeed Restoration franchise in Nashville, Tennessee. And Lightspeed is a growing group of disaster response and other storm, fire, smoke, and mold restoration businesses that are growing across the country. I've had the pleasure of knowing Sasha for some time now, and I'm just really impressed with the work that they do for clients. Sasha, it's great to have you with us today. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Zach?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for taking the time to sit down for a minute with us. Sasha, I wanted to, of course, get into learning more about Lightspeed or helping the viewers learn more about Lightspeed,
Yeah.
but tell me a little bit about yourself first. How did you come to the business?
I came into the business probably about, man, 10, 12 years ago. My
Hmm.
father owned a restoration company, and I'd work with him during the summers. And then I went out to college, wasn't a great fit, so I came back, and
Yeah.
now I do this full time, and I couldn't think of anything better to do. I love it.
Yeah. Well, you're really helping families. I mean, you're helping families when they're dealing with a real crisis and helping them to get their home back to a place that's livable again. So I'm sure
Yeah.
you feel helping families get through that. Um, Tell me, with the work that you do at Lightspeed, one of the things that amazes me about the business is how fast you have to sometimes serve families
Oh yeah.
when you get those calls. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like when when you get that call and a family has that water in their basement, or
Mm-hmm.
um, you know they know they left town for a little while and something smells funny in the house, they think they might have mold. How do you deal with that light speed response?
Yeah, it always happens on that Friday right around 5 o'clock when we're about to go to
Yeah.
Mexican.
Yeah.
But no, basically I'll get the call and I just drop everything I'm doing and I head straight to our warehouse where I get all my equipment. And we just get out there immediately. We as Lightspeed Restoration, we keep a trailer fully prepped and ready to go at all times. So typically it takes me anywhere between 30 minutes to 1 hour for me to get the call and be at that property starting to help immediately.
That's fantastic. I mean, this is one of those services where it can be getting worse by the minute. So
Yeah.
having a company that can act on things quickly is important. We'll speak to some of the locations that folks can work with in a little while, but um, tell us a little bit about the process of um, going through a claim. I know that sometimes when things like this happen, it's something that is covered by insurance, but I guess folks may not know a whole lot about what's going to be covered or not. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's typically covered and what's not?
Yeah, it really kind of depends on the home insurance policy. That's one of the things every homeowner should know is what their policy covers and doesn't. But even if they don't know what it's covered, all they have to do is start a claim, and you won't even
Yep.
get penalized for starting a claim. It's only when the
Yep.
payout happens. But you start the claim, and from that point, the homeowner can step away because I'll take care of it from that point on. I'll
Yep.
contact the insurance company and I'll have a long discussion with them about what's covered, what's not,
Yep.
and we'll stay in those parameters to make sure that the job still gets done properly.
Exactly. One of the things that impressed me is the level of detail that you guys put into writing things up for the client, so
Hmm.
that if there is an initial repair done, but maybe something else is found a little bit later, you guys have done such a great job of documenting all that's going on that it's much easier for the client to go back and get that extra work done on the claim. Whereas if they were trying to do it themselves and then they try to go back and deal with an insurance company later, it can be a mess. Do
Yeah.
you want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I think I have to thank some of my incredible systems that I use on our documentation side. I never want to leave a homeowner in a position to where they're going to have to pay out of their own pocket more than what their
Right.
deductible is. Um, so even if something comes down the road and we have to change something, I
Mhm.
take care of the insurance part. I will call
Yep.
them. I will make sure that it gets covered, even if that means I have to get into a screaming match with them. I will, because I'm there for the homeowner,
Yeah.
not for the insurance company.
Yep.
Uh, so we do try to make it just as easy as possible because we know I've had to file a claim on my own house, and this is before I really knew how to deal with them, and it was
Yeah.
a nightmare trying to deal with it myself.
Yep.
But I try to prevent homeowners from having to deal with that, the experience I went through.
Exactly. I mean, you're working for the homeowner, you're advocates for the homeowner, and you're going to fight for them to help them make sure that everything gets covered by insurance as can be. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, One of the things that I know must keep you guys busy is, occasionally um, dealing with large scale events. I mean, Lightspeed is one of those companies that can even get into disaster response, helping people after those big storms. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, Lightspeed Restoration is currently a smaller company, but we are growing every month. We always have new locations opening up, and
Mhm.
with that, we have a team mentality within the company. And a great example is here in Nashville. We had so much work at one time, and I sent out a quick text, and within 2 days, I had two teams, one from California and one from Houston, in
Mhm.
Nashville helping me out.
That's
And
awesome.
we have that team mentality. So no job for us is too big because we
Right.
have the team. And if the team can't help, we have other resources as well.
Exactly. Well, and I know you say you're a small company, but you told me about it. You guys are in 25 different markets,
Yeah.
25 different. I mean, and that's, to me, that's really impressive and growing. So you still have a really big footprint, and the team has the ability to travel in those situations where you've got more of a regional event.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right. Well, that's fantastic. Tell me a little bit when you're not serving people at Lightspeed.
Ooh.
What are you doing? Um, what are you
What
doing
am
for
I
fun?
doing? I've got a 4-year-old son who he and I we hang out, we go to the park, we go to the
Yep.
zoo. I love going to the gym. It's a good way to relax and
There you go.
also, just
And you said
chilling
you're an
by the
early.
TV.
You said you're an early morning gym guy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I get up around 4:30 every morning. I try to knock out the hard part of the
Man.
gym. So that
Yep.
way the afternoon it's a easy, just relaxing.
Yep.
But yeah, my day always starts early. I love it. It's nice and quiet, which is peaceful because we don't get quiet in our industry.
That's right. Yeah, I've been preaching to some younger family members about a book called Miracle Morning, where it's all about getting up early and
Yeah.
getting that workout in and doing doing some meditation, doing some affirmations and other things to get your head right, get yourself
Hmm.
ready to attack the day. And so I like to give a shout out. Um, that's fantastic. Well, Sasha, I think you and your team are doing an incredible job. Um, we will, of course, be sending out more information about the different markets that Lightspeed can assist people. We'll be sending out some of this video to those various locations. But I want to point out that if you have a situation, if it's any time of day, Lightspeed is going to be able to respond. And we're actually going to have the calls that are coming into NewtoMedia go directly to Lightspeed. When you say emergency services, you call 678-780-4032. And when you speak to our AI receptionist, make sure you say emergency services so that we can get you connected directly to Sasha and his team. Sasha, thanks so much for taking the time to be here,
Thank
and
you,
we look
Zach.
forward promoting you more in the future.
I appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too.